Okay, so in the previous class, we have gone through the Kaiser window, and based on that, we have seen different type of steps that we should be following for designing an FIR filter by using Kaiser window. And in that also, we have taken an example like if we are having m value that is 21 at that time, if we are changing the n, different n values are there, samples are there 0 to 20, then the different representations can be there. Single Kaiser window can replicate all other different window functions. Okay, so if we compare all the different type of windows available there, we can see here. So this is okay. So this is the complete comparison of different windows available there. So the first one is that is rectangular window. This will be your rectangular window following the rectangular shape. Okay, so from 0 to n number of samples, it will be having a magnitude of 1 and will be constant throughout. Okay, similarly, we are having two windows, like one is Hamming window. Okay, so this is your Hamming window starting with the fixed value. Okay, so there will be a constant value. In case of this Hamming window, it is 0.08 value, and from there only the Kaiser window is also started. Okay, once we will be putting the n equals to 0 at that time, the Kaiser window will having a magnitude of some magnitude higher than the 0 value. Okay, so this is the graph or the response of Hamming window, this one. Okay, and then similar is if this is the generalized Kaiser window diagram response. If we are plotting it, it will be varying from uh, a fixed constant value to, it will be going to a maximum value, and then it will be going to the down value. And another one is Hamming window. So Hamming window will be having the shape like it will be steeper in shape to the peak point. Whenever there will be the peak point, it will be starting with 0 and going to the maximum and then coming out with 0. And one was the Bartlett window. So Bartlett window is also called as the rectangular window. Okay, so triangular window it is called, not rectangular. Rectangular is a separate one, so it is triangular window because it is of the triangular shape. Okay, so this Bartlett window will be having a shape of uh, triangle. Okay, starting with 0 it will be a straight line of going to here. Why it is a straight line? Because its window function is having a direct relation with the n value. There is not dependence one plus 1 minus n and 1 plus n is there. So that will be the representation of different type of window functions after combining all. Okay, so we will see some examples based on uh, the Kaiser window, like if some specification is given, then how we should be proceeding with the design of low pass filter. So here suppose we will be seeing two examples basically. So here suppose the question is to design a low pass filter, low pass digital FIR filter using Kaiser window satisfying the specifications given below. So there are different specifications given below. You need to satisfy the specifications and design an FIR filter by using a Kaiser window. So here the pass band cutoff frequency is given to be 150 hertz, stop band cutoff frequency is given to be 250 hertz, and pass band ripple that is given in dB value. So AP, okay, so this is AP is equals to 0.1 dB. Similarly, the stop band attenuation value is given in dB, that is 40 dB. Okay, and the sampling frequency, that is f, is given to be 100 hertz, sorry, 1000 hertz. Okay, so these are the different specifications given there. So from there we will be finding the first step while proceeding with the uh, design of Kaiser window, design of any filter by using Kaiser window. The first step we have seen is we need to find out the delta. From there, once we have found out the delta, so delta will be minimum of delta P and delta S. So delta P and delta S exact values are not given. So we have to find out the delta S and delta P by using these two formulas. So by using these two formula, which one is the minimum, that will be the delta. And once we have found out the delta, okay, we will now find out that ES, that is the stop band attenuation magnitude value. Okay, so the AS, for the calculation of AS, the formula that we should be using is minus 20 log 10 delta S. So this delta S is basically the delta S that we have find it out. So based on this, we will be finding out the delta 1 and delta this S will be considered the same. So here one thing is like, once we have considered the minimum delta P and delta S, then we are going for worst case designing. Okay, so we will consider delta this value to find out this ES value. Once we have found out the ES value, then the next step is to find out the alpha value, and this alpha will be given by this formula. Okay, so here this formula is to be used here. Based on the AS value, whatever AS value we have obtained, we will be checking like which equation we should be using to find out the alpha value. So as AS value is coming out to be 44.79, so it comes under this range. Okay, so this is the range in which this AS value is given. Okay, so this is the formula we should be using. So in that formula we will be using this AS value. By putting the AS value, we can find out the alpha, and that is coming out to be 3.95. Okay, so once we have calculated the alpha value, we will find out the D. So D is a parameter that is given by this equation. Okay, so it also depends on the value of AS, whatever AS we have find it out. So we will find out from there the D value. So once we have considered the D value, because this will be the expression to be find out the D value. So once we have find out the D value, this D value and uh, F value, okay, that is the sampling frequency value, and the change in frequency. So this the delta F value. Based on these values, we will be finding out the M value, that M that will be satisfying all our given specifications. Okay, so here passband attenuation is given out to be FT 150 hertz, and cutoff frequency, that is stop band cutoff frequency, is given out to be 250 hertz. So change in frequency, that is delta F. So this the delta F value will be given by the difference of these two, uh, the FP, that is the pass band, and stop band, that is 250 minus 150, that will be 100 value. Okay, so 100 hertz will be there, the delta F. So by putting all these values, we will be finding out the M value. So M value, that is coming out to be whatever value, suppose it is coming out to be 26. Okay, so this value is around, so suppose this value is coming out to be 25.3. This is 25.3. Okay, so if this value is coming out to be 25.3, that means the nearest integer value is 26. Okay, if the nearest integer will be 26, but 26 will not be considered as the M value, because M value should always be an odd integer. Okay, so it should be an odd value. So we will be taking one larger value that is satisfying the odd condition also. So we will be considering the M which was to 27. Okay, so this is how we should be proceeding with the different steps to find out the different terms. Okay, Just to wait for a minute. Okay, so sorry for the disturbance. Uh, yes, so okay, so once we have find out the AS value, alpha and this D value and M value. So once we have found out these values, based on that, we will be going for finding out the HD. Okay, so that is filter coefficients of this HDN. Okay, so this HDN coefficients, and along with that, we will be finding the filter coefficients of a non-causal filter, that is in terms of, if it is non-causal means whatever its value is there, it will be defined all along uh, the negative and positive direction of the n. Okay, if it is non-causal, then it should be defined, this is n, so it will be in positive direction also, and it will be in negative direction also. And in that case, if it is non-causal, the representation of this impulse response coefficients will be in the form of, like, it is having h of n, that will be equals to h of minus n. So along all the along the zero axis, it will be having the same value. Okay, so that will be like symmetrical along the zero. Okay, and along with the Kaiser window coefficients we will be finding, so the Kaiser window coefficients, that is a0, so these coefficients we will be finding out with the equations that we have studied into the class. Just a minute. So in the previous unit, previous class, we have seen, like, we were going to find out the different expressions. Okay, so these different expressions will be there based on the generalized expressions we have gone through. Okay, so in the generalized expressions we have seen what is hd of n expression will be in case of low pass filter is to be designed. So once we are going to find out the hd of n value, hd of n expression, that hd of n expression we will be calculating by using the generalized expression that we have seen. So this generalized expression will be from the, yes, yes. So this is the generalized low pass filter. Uh, okay. So this is impulse response of our desired frequency response. Whatever filter is to be designed. Okay. So this is the desired uh, filter impulse response. So this is the generalized formula. So in that, once we have finded out all the different values by putting different values, fc, okay, fc is the same the cutoff frequency in case of if it is low pass filter, so fc will be in terms of the same, fp will be considered as the fc, that is cutoff frequency. Okay, and f is your sampling frequency, and this will be the expression. So for n greater than 0, this will be the expression. Okay, and similarly will be the n for n less than 0 also. Okay, because it is of symmetrical nature, so it will be the same similar function. So by putting the different n values, we can find the hd of 0 1 up to the value that is the m minus 1. So m is here 26, we have 27 is there, so m minus 1 will be 26. So we will be finding from 0 to M26, or we can find in terms of the 13, because it is symmetrical along the 0, n equals to 0. So if we are finding for the positive values, the similar will be in the negative values also. So we will be finding ht of n by putting 0 up to 13. Okay, because total 26 values will be there, and 26 with the value that is at the 0 value, so total 27 will be there. So this is how different values of uh, coefficients of hd of n will be find it out by putting the expression, the value in the expression. And the same we will be finding the Kaiser window coefficients. Okay, and after multiplying these two, we will be finding the final our response. This response will be the impulse response of the digital filter that we should be designing for the given specifications. Okay, so by finding the hd of n coefficients, and by finding the coefficients of Kaiser window, and then we have to multiply these two to find out the h of n. So similarly here it is same like h of n. So it will be h of n, that will be given by hd of n into whatever Kaiser window is there, that we will be multiplying it. Okay, so instead of finding out the direct Kaiser window, we can find out the coefficients, and by multiplying these two coefficients, we will be finding out the hd of n. So once we have found out the hd of n, okay, the coefficient sorry, the h of n, the coefficients of h of n is fine, we know the coefficients of h of n. So then by using these coefficients, we can find out the h of z. Okay, and along with that, once we have find out the h of z, we can find out the magnitude of this filter. Okay? And along with the angle of this, or the phase, this is the magnitude and the phase. So once we have find out the coefficients, with the help of coefficients, we can find out the h of z, that is by using z transform. Okay, so whatever z transform expression is there, that will be in terms of phase and magnitude. So we'll be replacing the magnitude part by this one, and the phase plot phase value by this one. Okay, so from there we can find out the magnitude and phase that we have seen in the previous classes also. So up to we have found out the h of n, the same process will be followed whatever we have studied into the previous type of windows. Okay, so the similar is the another example. That example is in case of design of a high pass digital filter by using the Kaiser window having the following given specifications. So here the pass band cutoff frequency is this one, and the stop band cutoff frequency is this one. Okay, so along with that, the pass band ripple and stop band ripples are given. Okay, so here in the pass band ripple, this is the value 0.1 dB, and in the stop band it is 40 dB, and sample frequency is given to be 10,000 hertz. Okay, so once these values are given, we have to follow the same steps. Okay, so first of all, we will be finding the delta. The delta will be the minimum of delta p and delta s. So before finding the delta s and delta p and delta s, we have to find what is delta p and delta s. So this delta s and delta p will be given by the formula, that is ap was whatever the formula was there. Based on that, we will be finding this delta p and delta s. So once we have found out the delta s and delta p, that will be the minimum will be this one. So along with this delta value, we will be finding the delta s, that will be the attenuation value. Whatever attenuation value will be there, from there we will be finding this one. So with respect to that, we will find the AS value. So based on the AS value, we will be finding the alpha. Okay. So whatever AS value is coming out to be, we will be finding the alpha. So once we have found out the alpha, we will also find out the D value. Okay. So this D value will be given by the expression. Okay. So this is the expression for to find out the D value. So along with the AS value, whatever AS value we have found, we can find out the D value. So here in this case it is 44 point something, so that 44 point something will be coming out to be in this range. So this formula will be used. So ES minus this value divided by this will be giving out the D value. So once we have found out the alpha D and we know the sampling frequency value F value, so we can find out the M value that will be satisfying all the above conditions, the given specifications. So here also, once putting the value, we can find the M value that will be coming out to be 18. Okay, so here M value is coming out to be 18. So in that case, what we will be doing is we will be making this 18 to value that will be of odd value, because M should be odd in case of this. But in the Kaiser window, we can have the positive value along with the negative, sorry, the positive and negative values, and along with that, the length of the filter in case of Kaiser window is coming out to be 18. So here in the 18 form, generally we should be making the odd uh, M value, but that we will be considering in case of the different type of windows that are available, because here whatever expressions we are having for yes the window, the expressions that we were having, yes, the similar expressions we are having here. So we will be making M so that the M minus 1 divided by 2 should be an integer, because N should be always an integer. Okay, so that's why we will be considering this M value in all the cases to be odd. Okay, so if it is coming out to be 18, we will be making it to be 19. Okay, so by considering that, once we have find out the M value, we will be seeing what is the HD of N given for what is HD of N given for a high pass filter. So in case of high pass filter, we will be checking what is the generalized expression given for the high pass filter. So once you will be solving the questions, it will be easy just to it will be a habit to you need not to remember everything. Okay, so it will be in the practice like what is the expression, generalized expression. So basically we will be mainly focusing low pass filter and the high pass filter generalized expression. Okay, so here this is the generalized expression like hd of n. So this hd of n will be 2 fc divided by f sine. The similar to this is there. Okay, so all the characteristics that we have seen, the same expressions will be there in case of the first one and the second one. Okay, and here yes, the fc value, f value we are having. Fc value, it can be if generally we see fc is considered to be fp, but in this case the fc values will be considered out to be the average of these two. Fp and fc is given to be there. So what is the average of fp and fs is there, we will be finding this fc value. Okay, so this will be the values we will be putting, sampling frequency value and fc value. By using these, we can find out the hd of n, and then we will be replacing the n. Okay, so this n value, by replacing the different n values, we will be finding out the coefficients. So okay, so in the previous question also, this if we are low pass filter, we will be finding out this fc value by using the average of fp and fs. Okay, generally we in the previous examples or questions, we generally take fc as fp, but this Kaiser window case, we will be finding out the fc that will be the average of these two, fp and fs. Okay, so by putting the values with HD of n. Okay, so HD of n is there. So that HD of n, whatever expression we will be getting, we are putting the value. We will be putting n is equals to 0 to 1 to 3 up to, let's say if it is 18 is there, so up to 9 we will be making it out. 0 to 1 to up to 88 is there. Okay, so up to 8 it will be total 9 values. So 9 is to 2, that is 19 will be there. So 9 values will be there in the positive direction, and similarly total values will be coming out of here. Okay, so that will be the representation. So HD of n, okay, so HD of n for different n values we will be finding with 0 to up to 8. Okay, so different values we will be calculating. So once we will be calculating the different values, we will be finding out the alpha value for a different n value. Okay, so that alpha value will be multiplied by this HD of n value, and we will be getting the h of n value. Okay, so this h of n value, these are the coefficients. So once we have finded out the coefficients, we can use these coefficients to find out the h of z, that by using Z transform. The expression for Z transform is, and we will be making out to be from minus infinity to infinity h of n z to the power minus n. So this will be the Z transform expressions we will be using to find out the digital transform function. Okay. So this is how we should be proceeding in terms of examples for the case of Kaiser window. Okay. So some more numericals we will be seeing if time persists. Okay. So that is the questions. So in case of this